Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. My name's Chris and today I give to you the 1/4-inch drive round head ratchet shootout. We are going to feature brands like Napa Carlyle, Evercraft, Autozone Duralast, O'Reilly Auto Parts Power Torque, Home Depot Husky Tools, Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Professional, and finally a specialty brand like MotivXtools. We are going to record these all on the Quinn digital torque meter to measure the peak performance torque of each of the ratchets. Now let's go check out the ratchets and see how they perform. So we're going to use this MotivXtools 1/4-inch drive T-handle slide breaker bar and see what we can get for our max proof torque. So we snapped that right off and bent that, and we got 66.7 foot-pounds. So this T-slide actually was spring-loaded, and that spring shot out once this broke, and so this performed no different than a quick-release ratchet. So let's go test the ratchets and see how they perform. So first we're going to test out the Napa Carlyle. This is a fairly fine-toothed mechanism, and by hand you can see that we can get well over 40 foot-pounds at 44.1 foot-pounds. So let's go ahead and slide on our breaker bar and see how this ratchet performs. "69 foot-pounds, and we went ahead and snapped that clean off. So next up we have the Evercraft from Napa Auto Parts. This is a fairly coarse tooth round head ratchet, and this is not a quick release ratchet. So you can see we can get 49.4 foot-pounds pretty easily. So let's go ahead and slip our breaker bar on there and see how this performs. We snapped that thing clean off and we're able to do 70.2 foot-pounds. Man, that Napa Evercraft, that came clean off. Nice. So here we have the Duralast ratchet from AutoZone. This is also a quick release ratchet, and it's fairly coarse tooth. So if we were to use this in normal usage, we can definitely exceed over 40 foot-pounds. We got 44.3 foot-pounds. So let's go ahead and slide a breaker bar on here and see what kind of torque we can put on this ratchet. 66.4 foot-pounds. And this one we happen to snap right off in there. We're going to have to go ahead and get that out. All right, so we were able to take care of that and get that off. Definitely see that we twisted that right off. So up next we have the O'Reilly Auto Parts Power Torque Ratchet. This is also again a quick release. Normal operation, we should hopefully be able to get well over 40 foot-pounds, and we do, 43.2. So let's go ahead and put the breaker bar on this and see how this one performs. Looks like we were able to get 64.8 foot-pounds. And this one again, it snapped right off and we were able to pull that right out without any issues. So up next is our Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Pro Ratchet. This is a fine-tooth ratcheting mechanism at 72 teeth. And we'll go ahead and see how normal operation of this performs. Looks like you can expect to exceed 40 foot-pounds, not a problem. We got 49.2 foot-pounds. All right, so we got this on the breaker bar, and let's go ahead and give it some torque and see how this performs. 70.1 foot-pounds. Now that's actually quite a bit more than I thought that this one was going to be able to handle. And it looks like we have twisted that right off as well. So 70.1 foot-pounds on this fine-tooth Pittsburgh Pro ratchet. That's pretty impressive. So here we have our Home Depot Husky Tools ratchet. This is also a fairly coarse tooth ratchet. It is quick release. So we'll go ahead and test this one daily. An easy operation of well over 40 foot-pounds at 46.5. So we'll go ahead and slide our breaker bar on this and see how it performs. Looks like we got 61.7 foot-pounds. We again snapped that anvil right off. Up next, we have the MotivXtools 72-tooth dual pawl ratchet. Now this again is another quick release ratchet. In normal operation, you can expect to get upwards of 48.5 foot-pounds. Now I believe the proof torque on this ratchet was around 55 foot-pounds. So even by hand, it's really hard to get over 50 foot-pounds on this. We got 49.7. So let's go ahead and put a breaker bar in here and see how this ratchet performs. So interestingly enough, I want to take this one up to 56 foot-pounds, and it's still operating very, very smoothly. So we'll go ahead and put this ratchet on, and we're going to do some proof torques here. So again, the manufacturer specifications on this say 55 foot-pounds of torque, and here we got 56.5. And again, no broken anvil, and it's operating very, very smoothly still. No gouges in there. That's always very good. So now we'll go ahead and take this one to our max torque. See how it does. And we got 68.3 foot-pounds before we snap that right off. Now you have to remember that that is a quick release. That performed very, very well. So here we're going to take a look at the O'Reilly house brand, which is Power Torque. Now this is a 72-tooth fine mechanism that is a single pawl with only 5 teeth of engagement on each side. But we'll see how this ratchet performs. And we got up to 32.3 foot-pounds before we started seeing failure, and even up to 38.7 foot-pounds. Now that ratchet is completely done. So guys, really exciting, really interesting results today. The only thing I can tell you for sure is that I probably wouldn't use this ratchet here. This one just seems to have limited pawl engagement and slips way too easy. Everything else is really going to come down to personal preference. Maybe you like the swivel head for access or the comfort grip from this Pittsburgh Professional. That might be the ratchet for you. Maybe you like the sleek satin finish, the dual pawl ratcheting mechanism. This Motivx tool, this would be the one for you. Maybe you have a Home Depot close to you, maybe you have an AutoZone close to you, and those would be a good fit. Maybe you like the uniqueness of the selector switch on this Napa Carlyle ratchet right here, or maybe, again, you have an O'Reilly Auto Parts close to you, or you prefer something that doesn't have a quick release, has a really textured grip for a lot of no-slip coverage, then this Evercraft from Napa Auto Parts, that would be the ratchet for you. Either way, guys, make sure you're choosing the right tool for the right job. You would never use any of these ratchets to take off lug nuts or put them back on, or even torque your head bolts down to specifications. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video, comment down below, And as always, guys, work smarter, not harder, and we'll catch you in the next video.